Hello and welcome to July's AMA. Here are the questions my patrons asked for the month. If you'd like to ask a question for one of these AMAs, consider supporting me over on my Patreon. The first set of questions comes from Angel Princess. The first of which is, for swimming pools, is 14 feet deep enough for you to explore its depths, or would you like more deep pools? My initial answer when I thought about it was, I don't need pools to be really deep. I prefer swimming back and forth or sitting in shallow water, and that having it deep enough to dive safely is at least nice. But then I went swimming in a deeper pool, and I was reminded of how having a deep spot actually is quite nice. So yeah, the typical, I don't know if it's 14 feet. I don't know if it was quite that deep, but it was a certain amount of meters. I can't actually remember how much it was. I was gonna say 6, but I was like, wait, that makes no sense. But yeah, deeper pools can be pretty nice. It doesn't have to be like super ultra deep, but if you can jump in safely, that's really nice. Next question. Have you ever been to a water theme park? I feel like I went to one in my youth, but I don't recall what it was called. I would love to go to the Niagara Falls one someday, though. Next question. What's your second favorite ice cream flavor? My favorite tends to be dependent on my mood, so second would also probably be 2. I tend to default to vanilla or caramel flavors as a first choice. So I guess second would be chocolate, or unless you consider that third place, but yeah. The last question from Angel Princess is, are you aware of Placid Plastic Duck Simulator? Until this question, not really. I've seen mention of it here or there, but it didn't really stick with me. I can guess what it's about, though. I believe, is that the one where you're in a pool and you get a bunch of plastic ducks? I think that's the one. The next set of questions comes from Hannah Page, first of which is, Jeezy Creasy, it's hot outside. What's your ideal temperature? For me, my ideal temperature is around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius on a sunny day. Just a bit on the chilly side, but you just need a sweater if you get a little cold. Next question, ice in your drinks or no? Up until recently, I almost never had ice in my drinks, but this summer I've been having a lot more ice to counteract the heat, and it's been really nice. So perhaps I'm in my ice drinks phase now. Next question, fan while you sleep or no? Only if it's super hot, otherwise the noise is a bit bothersome for me. I need things to be like really quiet and really dark when I'm sleeping. It is a little bit bothersome when it's hot, but the cool air is better than sweating in silence. Next question, if you could get a tattoo painlessly, would you, and what would it be? Probably something related to the world God only knows, since it had a big impact on me. It'd probably just be a quote as opposed to like an image. Something like, there's always a chance of success, and if there isn't, I'll just have to make one, or a quote like that. The last question from Hannah is, rank these frozen treats, slushy, ice cream, and milkshake. I do like all 3, but if someone came up to me and went, I'll do one of these 3 things, my order would probably be milkshake, ice cream, and then slushy. The last set of questions comes from Aquasun, first of which is, how many factions should a fantasy world have at minimum? I mean, it depends on the fantasy in question. I suppose I'll go with 3, since that's a decent number for a conflict while not being too much. Next question, have you played Tears of the Kingdom? I have not. Unsure when I will, honestly. It is a bit on the expensive side, and like, I really liked Breath of the Wild, but it also like wasn't fully completely my jam, if that makes any sense. Like, I think I'd probably rate it like a 9 out of 10 as opposed to like a 10 out of 10. Took months away from my life sort of thing. But yeah, my roomie did also get it, so I might play her a copy when she's done with it, so. Next question, favorite puzzle game? That is really tough since there are so many good ones, like Professor Layton, Unwound Future, Any Picross, 999. I've only played it recently, so it might be a bit of bias there, but I might go with Ghost Trick. It was super enjoyable, and I really liked all of the puzzles. The next question for Aqua-san is, what is the work you're most proud of? Honestly, the work I've done for my World Gully Nose Pick, just the scale and the amount of stuff I did in a relatively short amount of time, and the fact that it's finished minus the last bonus thing as of right now, it's just really cool to me, honestly. Like, being able to do a big project like that is really awesome. In that vein, the Xenoblade Chronicles original were also really good. The last question from Aqua-san, and the last question of the month, is how much do you value lighting shading when you're doing illustrations? Lighting and shading can really finalize a piece and make it pop, so it's super valuable in that sense, though it also does take quite a while, so I often just keep it kind of at the basic colors instead. I have to be in a certain mood to like fully finish off a piece. But that said, that is the last question of the month, so I'll go ahead and switch over to the end screen here. You can see my lovely patrons scrolling by here. If you want to see some links from some of them, that'll also be in the description. I'm always thankful for the support. If you're interested in supporting me as well, you can check out my Patreon in the description. Thank you as always to everyone who asked a question and anyone who watched this video. The support does mean a lot to me, as I mentioned. But yeah, until next month, we are going to say goodbye for now. Bye!